Good evening. Hi, my name is Leonard Munson, the psychic astrologer. My website is readings by leonardmunson.net. Mercury retrograde is bringing back the drama you tried to bury last summer. Everybody's favorite retrograde is back. Get ready to dial up the drama before the summer is over, because Mercury retrograde in Leo will affect each zodiac sign during July and August 2025. While Mercury retrograde is a notably dread event, this one will finally help you make sense of the events that unfolded last summer. Be prepared to finally receive the answer and clarity you have been waiting for. Known as the cosmic messenger, Mercury is associated with communication, thinking, and intelligence. However, Mercury also aligns with trickery, travel, and technology. Given that Mercury is the second fastest planet next to the Moon, the cosmic messenger happens to station retrograde more often than other planets. On average, Mercury stations retrograde 3 to 4 times per year. Although there are a few Mercury retrogrades per year, each one only lasting about 3 weeks. At least Mercury retrograde is relatively short-lived compared to other retrogrades, which can last for months. Don't expect to get much sleep on July 18, because Mercury will station retrograde in Leo at 12:44 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Starting at 15 degrees, Mercury retrograde in Leo promises to keep you up all night long with anxiousness and restlessness. This Mercury retrograde will be a little different than the other ones this year, because it will only occur in one zodiac sign, Leo. As a result, Mercury retrograde will answer to Leo's planetary ruler, the Sun. Everything will feel more personal during a solar-infused Mercury retrograde. You may take every issue, situation, and more to heart, since it feels personal. It might be challenging to separate yourself from a problem, relationship, or occurrence. Remember that it's not all about you, even during a Sun-ruled Mercury retrograde. What can you expect from this Mercury retrograde? Ask yourself, what were your highs and lows from August 2024? Whatever happened then may come back around this Mercury retrograde. Anything or anyone from this previous period is subject to a review during this Mercury retrograde. It might be the perfect opportunity to settle something once and for all. Aside from that, you can count on experience all the usual Mercury retrograde dilemmas, travel issue, miscommunication, technical glitches, and relationship problems. There will be ample opportunity for slip-ups, so be careful. Move slowly and careful to avoid adding more fuel to the fire. Mercury retrograde begins on July the 18th and ends on August 11th, 2025. Mercury retrograde in Leo will aspect several planets throughout its regress, but there is one transit that stands out among the rest. On July the 31st, Mercury retrograde in Leo will enter the heart of the Sun in Leo. This conjunction is known as the Cassimi, which represents a breakthrough mid-retrograde. You may receive insight, information, or answers you have been seeking over the last few weeks. Anxiety and chaos may also temporarily subside, providing a much-needed pause to get your bearings together. Shortly after the full moon in August, on August the 6th, 2025, Mercury retrograde in Leo will end on August 11th at 3:29 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Stopping at 4 degrees, newly direct Mercury will begin its post-shadow period. The post-shadow period is your chance to reflect on what has unfolded these past 3 weeks and how to make the most of it as you proceed. You may, until August the 25th, to make sense of your Mercury retrograde stories and lessons. So a post-retrograde period is the 2 weeks after Mercury goes direct. And that's because the planet has to build up speed. Until it builds up its complete speed, the review period is in operation. How Mercury retrograde will affect each zodiac sign. Here's what you can expect from Mercury retrograde in Leo during July and August 2025. According your sun sign and or rising sign, and seriously, you are missing out if you don't read these horoscopes for your rising sign. Aries, someone is looking to rebound. Aries, Mercury retrograde will bring a past connection back from your 5th house of sex and romance. This relationship may not have been serious. You could have been friends with benefits, entertain a situationship, crush on one another, or had some other nondescript romance. Regardless of the former relationship status, this is a chance to reconnect with the former flame. Either you or them could be the infamous ex. That means during Mercury retrograde, before you consider diving back into this connection, think about what is propelling this decision. Are you bored, seeking romantic attention, or is there something more actually here? You may not know until the end of August, when this retrograde period is behind you. Taurus. It is time to go somewhere else, Taurus. This question will linger in the back of your mind. As Mercury retrograde upgrounds your 4th house of home and personal life, you may have felt an urge to uproot your life. Starting over somewhere new feels exhilarating, yet terrifying. Mercury retrograde asks you to slow down, to consider why you feel the need to leave this life behind for a new life elsewhere. You may discover that there is more than what meets the eye. There will be a deeper meaning behind your desire for a new chapter, which you can actually do in Mercury retrograde. For now, wait. You will realize your feelings, history, and problems will follow you wherever you go. Gemini, look both ways before you cross the street. Gemini, be extra careful once Mercury retrograde commences in your 3rd house of local travel and neighborhoods. More travel issues may come up than you anticipate. You may want to check your car, that this period may coincide with unexpected problems. Your tire could spontaneously pop mid-drive to work, or you may start hearing a funny noise. Public transportation won't be any smoother. Delays, missed opportunities, and weird happenstances will unfold. Your best bet is to anticipate these problems beforehand. Get any checks on your car squared away. Watch where you are walking and stay on top of your public transportation. Despite your best efforts, you may not experience smooth sailing until the end of August.